Hey folks, welcome to the podcast. If you want more of this podcast, go over to patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone. You can get exclusive stand-up clips from Eddie Pepitone, and you get special videos of this podcast the day it comes out. Today we have no video because Eddie is sick at Woodstock with bronchitis. You'll hear it from him. Oh, here he comes. The bastion of Buddha-like wisdom, brewing with bronchitis deep in Woodstock. Here he is, folks. It's Eddie Pepitone!
Hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Apocalypse Now, which is being recorded by me in Woodstock, New York on my iPhone because I couldn't do studio podcast because I got sick with bronchitis. Oh my God, I had to cancel the last few shows of a Midwest tour, and now I'm healing at my sister's place in Woodstock, New York. I feel well enough now to do some remote versions of Driving in the Rain and Allen Margaret and a couple of new wacky ones, and I hope you enjoy it. And it's totally unorthodox, but I feel like it might be a good one because it's just, I'm completely out of my mind, because I'm just completely out of my routine, and I'm also really relaxing here. Like I have nothing to do but just hang around and chill out. So hopefully that'll be reflected in the podcast, and just enjoy this wacky version of Apocalypse Soon. I think I said Apocalypse Now up top. But anyway, my masterful producer and co-host Kevin Tinkin will be taking these disparate bits and putting them into a podcast that you'll hopefully enjoy. We have not missed a week of putting out this podcast since we started, so we don't want to miss now. And even if I am, let's say I'm kidnapped. Let's say I'm kidnapped by a consortium that thinks I'm valuable. It's not a very bright consortium, but let's say I am. Even then, and let's say I was put in an isolation chamber and I had no access to recordings, I would still find a way. Me and Kevin would still find a way to get a podcast out. Now, I know it would probably be up to Kevin because I'd be in an isolation chamber, and what the fuck could I do? But I'm still saying that Kevin would probably put something out. So there you have it. We have a commitment to you folks out there, and I hope you enjoy this one, and that's it. Okay. And now for another episode of Bob Gets a Vaccine. Hi, I'm here for the vaccine. Yes, can we have your date of birth? It's 11/5/1958. Oh, you're old. Oh, I'm doing the best I can. I mean, every time the Earth goes around, revolution, they say I'm aging. I don't know what the hell time is, though. Well, you're old, sir. Look, I just want a vaccine and a vaccine booster. Okay. When's the last time you got boosted? I think it was a couple of days ago. Sir, these last 6 to 8 months. Yeah, I know, but I heard on a podcast that one should get boosted every 3-4 days. Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. What podcast was that? It was a podcast. A couple of comedians. I think it was Nick Kroll and Nick Kroll. I really enjoy Big Mouth. Yeah. I don't know. It just was very convincing. It was Nick Kroll talking to scientists from Berkeley who said you can get a vaccine every couple of days. Sir, let me call in the pharmacist. Hey, Ted, somebody's listened to the Nick Kroll podcast, and he claims that you should get vaccinated every couple of days. Oh, I love Big Mouth. Now, hold on. Let me go. Hello, sir. The vaccine should last at least 6 months, 8 months. Not according to Nick Kroll and the scientists from Berkeley on the podcast, just chatting with Nick Kroll. Oh, I never heard that podcast. There's a lot of crazy scientists out there. Have you ever heard Bert Kreischer's podcast where he talks to a scientist from Northwestern University in Chicago? No, I haven't heard that podcast. I listen to as many as I can, but I haven't heard that one. Yeah, anyway, this scientist from Northwestern and Kreischer were talking, and the Northwestern guy said, the vaccine should last 6 to 8 months, and that's what we base our findings on. We follow the guidelines of the Bert Kreischer podcast. Well, let me ask you this, because you guys follow the Bert Kreischer podcast, but why does Kreischer carry more weight than Nick Kroll's podcast? Oh, not necessarily. I mean, Kreischer's more of a stand-up, where Kroll is more of a sketch guy, and we think that stand-ups have more authority over vaccines. Well, look, we know that the head of the CDC right now is Whitney Cummings and her podcast. Yes, Whitney is the head of the CDC, but right now, there's a new podcast dropping with Sam Tripoli, Brian Callen, and they're talking about the vaccine today, and it could be very influential on what the head of the CDC, Whitney Cummings, says, because she's very good friends. Oh, is that right? All right, you know what? I'm going to go home and listen to a few podcasts and then kind of recalibrate. But if I can't get a vaccine from you guys here at Rite Aid, do you know who Walgreens listens to as far as podcasts go?
And now, checking in with Al and Margaret, the couple living inside Eddie Pepitone's head.
Margaret, wake up. There's something happening outside. I don't know what it is. Al, why did you wake me up in the middle of a dream about Miles Standish? Margaret, I know Miles Standish is your celebrity crush, which is weird because he was just a guy who got famous because of pilgrims. I don't know, Margaret. I don't know what you're doing with Miles Standish. Al, why do you always doubt my celebrity crushes? I'm just trying to not have a cliche celebrity crush like, I don't know, Bob Balaban or Bob Eubank or Bob from Twin Peaks who lived inside a Leland. Margaret, I know what you're doing right now. You're just mentioning Bob's. And let me tell you something, Margaret, that isn't cool, especially when I'm trying to alert you to the fact that something crazy's going on outside. Of course something crazy's going on outside, Al. It's outside. It's the world. There's always something crazy going on. You know that. The world is nuts, Al. Things have gone haywire ever since Reagan. Hey, Margaret, don't start talking politics with me. There's just a guy out front who set himself on fire on our porch. Al, he's obviously doing self-immolation. Now, self-immolation was a practice done by Buddhist monks during the Vietnam War where they would light themselves on fire to protest the war. Margaret, then we got ourselves a Buddhist monk on the porch who's protesting something. I wonder what he's protesting, Al. I don't know, Margaret. That's why I want you to get up. But, Al, I was dreaming about Miles. Don't you start with Miles Standish, please. Help me with this guy. Okay, Al, okay. Let me get up, Letty. Okay. Here I come. Okay. All right, Margaret, let's walk to the door. Come on, Al. Don't say we have to walk to the door. You know that we're fictitious characters who... We're at the door now. You know what I mean? We don't have to go through that artifice. All right, Margaret. All right. Look, I'm trying to keep up the pretense that we're real. I know you are, Al, and I love you for it. Yes, but here's the rub, Margaret. Oh, I love when you quote Shakespeare. I'm not sure that it's Shakespeare. Well, everything is kind of derivative of Shakespeare. Margaret, please. I just want us to be real. And I feel like the more things I create, like a guy lighting himself on fire, protesting something, the more real we feel. Al, I know that you're panicked about the fact that we're not real. I know, I am. I want to be so real. I know, Al. But look, if we're talking like this, there's some reality to it, even if it's just Eddie Pepitone, doing two characters because he's slightly, and maybe even more than slightly, schizophrenic. Margaret, did you just laugh there? No, that was Eddie. Al, you have to keep Eddie and me separate. I try to, Margaret. After all, Al, you're Eddie too. Oh my God, Margaret. Give me a Klonopin. I'm having a panic attack. You know that Klonopin aren't good for you. You know that Dr. Barkopoulos said that Klonopin will give you memory loss. Is this you or Eddie talking? It's always Eddie talking, Al. That's my goddamn point. Margaret, I love you for your honesty, but I feel like I could just disappear. Al, when Eddie presses the stop record button, you do disappear. God, Margaret, please give me a Klonopin. No, Al, the most I'll do is make you a hot cocoa. That'll do.
And thanks for joining us on another episode of Checking In with Al and Margaret, the couple living inside Eddie Pepitone's head.
And now it's time for another Adventures of the Lost Policeman. Yes, Sarge, this is Tom Reynolds. Yeah, hi, Tom. What's going on? I don't know, Sarge. I was supposed to go to 16 Kelsey Boulevard, and I'm not finding it. God damn it, Tom. Why don't you use the GPS? Sarge, I told you, I feel like GPS is making us all stupid, and I feel like if we can't find our way by ourselves, we're going to lose all sense of direction and just the ability to take care of ourselves. Look, Tom, I'm going to tell you this for the last time. You have been with this force for 9 months, and every goddamn call you were supposed to go out on, you have never made it to. Look, I know, and people have died because of it. People have been shot. People have been stabbed. People have been tied up and bludgeoned. People have been pushed off of rooftops. People have had spikes driven through their head. People have been killed with all kinds of different makeshift weapons. People have been shot 7 times in the leg for some reason. People have been run over. I get it, Sarge. Okay, I get it that bad things have happened. But do you know if Kelsey intersects at all with Brevemont Avenue? You son of a bitch, Tom. Fucking Brevemont is nowhere near Kelsey. God damn it. What is the exact address? It's 92 Kelsey Street. All right, let me put it on the GPS. No. Okay, what you have to do, where are you right now? I don't know. Let me stop and get out of the car and I'll get back to you. God damn it, there's a breaking and entering going on. Don't you stop and get pudding the way you always get pudding. No. I'm not. I happen to be in front of a pudding place. By the way, Tom, I didn't even know there were pudding places. How are you finding these pudding places? I love pudding just as much as the next guy. How come you know where all the pudding places are? Look, Sarge, this is one of the advantages of not doing a GPS. I just look with my eyes. How come pudding places aren't listed on GPS? I don't know, but I'm going to get a rainbow pudding. Oh, I'm on Stevens Boulevard. Stevens Boulevard, you're on the other side of town. You got to get over to Kelsey. What I want you to do is get on Highway 42. Where is Highway 42? I've never seen Highway 42 near Stevens Boulevard. You son of a bitch. By the way, get me a butterscotch pudding. I love butterscotch. Oh, Sarge, I love butterscotch too. You know, Tom, maybe it is good you're getting lost. What do you mean, Sarge? Don't go to the breaking and entering. I just got a report that they're both dead. Oh, all right. So butterscotch, you want that large or medium?
And now, Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
It was a cold, wet night, and I was driving through the rain again. I was in my Ubers / DoorDash / Uber Eats / Lyft / Yellow Cab / Black Car from London / Bookmobile / Therapy Mobile / Blood Pressure Mobile. It was so dark. It was more than night. It was the end. The absolute end. I had just listened to a podcast about climate breakdown and how the currents in the Atlantic Ocean were shifting, which would shift temperatures throughout the world. For instance, Asia would become complete desert. Yes, all of Asia. And that would mean millions, billions of people migrating. The world was coming to an end, but I had a chicken burrito with a side of green salsa to deliver. And the rain was coming so hard. It was coming harder than a room full of legit porn stars. The rain was coming down harder than Arnold Schwarzenegger's biceps. The rain was coming down harder than metal that was forged by the best metal forger the world knew. I knew that wasn't a great metaphor, but I kept driving. I kept driving with my chicken burrito, and this time I knew I had to deliver it to a known criminal named Bob. Yeah, Bob. He had no last name, and that's why I knew he was a criminal. When you don't have a last name, or a name followed by an exclamation point, then you know you're a criminal. I mean, if Bob had an exclamation after his name, he would have been a musical theater guy, or just a guy who wanted attention, or a guy who was trying to brand himself. By the way, I tried to brand myself in a small apartment one time in the center of Hollywood at the Gilbert Hotel. Look it up. I coughed into the night with the rain pounding on my window. It was pounding on my window the way somebody who was sentenced to life would pound on his bars that were keeping him prisoner. It was pounding like someone was pounding on a table, making a point about nuclear power. It was pounding so hard. It was pounding the way corn or maize was made. You had to pound maize. At least that's what the video on YouTube said. As I drove closer and closer to Bob's address, I started sweating a little, which was appropriate. More precipitation. The precipitation outside was so dastardly, I knew that climate breakdown had taken hold. I pulled up and Bob was waiting outside. I chucked his burrito to him and I said, "Bob, I'd hand it to you like a human being, but I know you're a known criminal." He just looked at me and he laughed. He laughed that Joker-style laugh. You know the Joker laugh, the laugh of a comic book villain. But here was Bob standing in front of me, and I said, "You shouldn't have burned down Gotham." And I hit the pedal to the metal, and I drove off into the night.
Thanks for joining us on another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
Please enjoy the worst commercial ever made. Hello, everybody. My name is Stu Ellison, and I'm here to promote this product that I have no idea what it is because I was hired on the fly by these folks, and they're pointing the camera at me now. Come, hey, Stu, you sell the product. Okay. Take two. Hi, this is Stu Ellison, and I'm here to sell you. Okay, now you can see, well, you can't see much, but because there's a lot of look, there's a lot of fear in this building that I'm in right now. I'm supposed to be doing a commercial for something, a product I don't know. I wasn't told. Now, this is actually, I was told to sell this product, and I think it's made by General Motors or General Mills or just General Stuart Fredericks of the Army of the Estonians. Now, in other words, it was an army general. Look, this commercial is supposed to get my wife out of an underground tunnel where she's being held captive by this corporation that I don't know the name of, General Products or General Dynamics or General Patton. I don't know what the hell it is, but I want my wife back. So buy the product. Just buy the product. You know what? Because I love my wife. She's so nice. She's so nice, she makes me nice cocoa, and she buys me hats, and she has this way of touching me that is really special, It's really special. And also, she loves jade. She got me into jade, and I love jade. It's a beautiful Chinese mineral. Anyway, I think it's a mineral. I'm not sure, but buy this thing. I don't know what it is, but it'll help you, and it definitely will help me get my wife back, because this company, this corporation took her and said, if you don't promote. All right, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I forgot what the product was. They told me, and I forgot because I'm stressed out. My wife's life is in danger. Anyway, buy the product, and maybe me and my wife can get back together, if they let her go, because I already bought tickets for the Orient Express, not the movie, the actual Orient Express. I think it goes from Turkey to, I don't know, Mongolia. Who the hell knows? But I bought the tickets for the Orient Express, the real train, and we're going to have dinner and everything, and it cost me a pretty penny. So if she dies, I don't get a refund on this. I have limited money, so buy whatever this thing is. I don't know what it is. I love my wife. Please buy it. The worst commercial ever made is brought to you by We Don't Know. Where the hell is... And now another installment of Where is Rupert? Rupert, where are you? Come on, Rupert. Come on, where are you? Rupert, where are you? I'm listening, Rupert. I'm listening. I can hear some rustling. I know you're around here. Now, Rupert, stop being so contrary. Please come out. I will take you to a nice dinner at Applebee's or some other restaurant. Rupert, where are you? Rupert, if you come out, I will give you an absolutely beautiful new Cadillac convertible. Rupert, where are you? Rupert, if you show yourself to me and allay my anxiety by showing me that you're not missing, I will build you a beautiful tree fort where you and your friends, even though you're 35, can play in this tree fort and just dance around and make believe your Dungeons and Dragons. It'll be a place for cosplay. It'll be a place where you can run wild with your imagination. And being that you're 35, Rupert, maybe this is a place where you can finally figure out what you want to do for a living. Rupert, please. Rupert, I can hear things, Rupert. I know you're around here, Rupert. Rupert, if you come out right now, I will make you an antique lamp that will be so stunning you will realize that antique lamps are an interest of yours that you never realized before. Rupert, I know some of these things I'm throwing out aren't great incentives for you to come out, but so far, I would say the Cadillac convertible is the best, and perhaps dinner if you're hungry. Rupert, please don't be so goddamn contrary. Rupert, if you come out right now, I will make it that your life will be so easy. I will set you up with a trust fund and you can live in the Canary Islands, where I understand there are thousands and thousands of beautiful canaries. Rupert, come on out and I'll give you the best ketamine a man can buy. Rupert, please come out and I will put track lighting in the house so the lighting is beautifully controlled by a dimmer switch. Rupert, please come out. Rupert, this is your father now. Please come out and don't hide from me. Rupert, if you come out, I promise that I won't tie you up anymore and stick a taser on you and have my way with you. That will be out. Rupert, please come out. Rupert, if you come out, I will not broadcast the fact that you are an idiot on YouTube. I'll stop making videos accusing you of being the biggest moron the world knows on YouTube. Rupert, please come out. I'll give you candy. Oh, there you are. And now another episode of The Adventurous Life of Benedictine the Seventh in 12th century England. What is it, my friend?
Pope, I just wanted to know if you wanted to get some ice cream.
My friend, I can't. I am here in England, and I have to go to the House of Roses and make some benedictions.
All right, Pope. I'm gonna then just go get ice cream myself. I just wanted to see if you wanted to come along.
No, my friend, but can I ask you one thing?
Yeah, sure.
You're not from England, are you?
Oh, no. I am from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? I never heard of that in the 12th century.
Yeah. It's right over the hill, and then you go down, and it's east. It's east of here. It's across the Atlantic.
Okay, my friend. Can you take a look at my leg?
Excuse me, Pontiff?
Can you take a look at my leg?
Pontiff? I don't know if I want to look at your leg. I mean,
yes, but they bruised it. Take a look.
Okay. There, what do you think that is? Oh, it looks like you got a bad bruise.
That's what I'm saying. What do you think they should do?
Pontiff, I got no acumen as far as that goes.
Okay, my son. Go in peace. As Pope Benedictine walked the long road to the House of Roses, there was a man on the side of the road, and he had a doctor's bag. Hello, my friend.
Yeah, how you doing?
My friend, can you look at my leg?
Yeah, sure. I'm a doctor.
Where are you from?
I'm from Flatbush.
Where is that, in Brooklyn?
How did you know, Pontiff?
I just met another guy from Brooklyn. Anyway, take a look at my leg.
All right, let me see it. Lift up your gown or whatever the hell you call that you're wearing.
It is a vestment.
Hey, look, I don't want to get involved. Just pull it up.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, my God. You know what that is? That's something created by a lack of spirituality.
What are you talking about, my friend?
That is hello, Pontiff. Hello, doctor.
Oh, my God. It is an Italian alien.
Hey, I don't want no part of this. I'm out of here. Pontiff, what are you doing in England?
Italian alien, I am here to bless the Houses of Roses with Edward and Beatrice.
You are full of shit, Pontiff. You are bruised because you play games that the Pope shouldn't play.
Please, don't, Italian alien, what is coming out of the top of your head?
It is a nice linguine with the Parmesan, and also I have a Barolo wine for you.
Look, Italian alien, I want no part of this.
Just eat the linguine and sip the Barolo, Pontiff, and maybe I will heal the bruises on your leg.
My God. Okay. Oh, this is good. The linguine, huh? Fresh?
It is as fresh as the day is long.
Yes, the day is very long. Italian alien, can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
What exactly is your purpose here on Earth?
I am here to dominate the human race.
Even here in the 12th century?
You got it, Pontiff.
This is a fresh linguine.
That's right, Pontiff.
Now take a look at this bruise. Can you help me?
Pontiff, I'm going to zap it with my zapper.
The Adventures of Pope Benedictine will be back next week.
Now join us on another mind-expanding, soothing episode of Guided Meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
All right, everybody, let's start getting into our guided meditation. I want everybody to just imagine that they're at a waterfall. That's right, a beautiful waterfall that has no blood in it from dead bodies. A lot of people have been thrown in rivers lately because of economic stressors. They've thrown themselves in the rivers, and criminals who needed to kill them for money threw them in rivers. But this waterfall that I want you to imagine doesn't have any wallets or watches or earrings of a murder victim or blood. Like I said, it's just a beautiful, beautiful waterfall in a state park. And I'm not talking about a state park where a lot of people go missing or a lot of people die hiking, either at the hand of a lunatic or at the hand of climate breakdown in the incredible heat. No. This is a state park that is still pristine. I want you to see all the birds in this state park. And I'm not talking about birds like carrier pigeons that used to send messages for the Nazis to other Nazis to kill innocent people. No. I'm talking about sparrows, and not like a Red Sparrow comic book movie by Scarlett Johansson where violence, of course, was the reason it sold pretty well. Violence and sex. In this park, there is no violence and sex. Well, maybe sex, but it's all consensual, intense, or kinky sex outdoors between very loving people. Maybe not average people, but people like a celebrity or two or three. Maybe it's a threesome. They're having consensual sex. Anyway, my point is, this state park is a place of lovemaking and birds, little sparrows, little finches. And I'm not talking about David Fincher or other directors who specialize in serial killers like Jonathan Demme. Please don't think about Silence of the Lambs. I hope you're in loose-fitting clothing. So you see all these birds in a state park by a waterfall that isn't hurtling dead bodies down it because of economic stresses. And then with your first in-breath, I want you to breathe that all in. Breathe in the state park. And don't think about how much it costs to be in the state park. It's prohibitive to be in a state park. I know that. Sometimes state parks now are charging incredible fees to get in. Other times they're just on fire, like Yosemite last year. And God knows what's going to happen this year. But with your first out-breath, I want you to breathe out everything that keeps you down, everything that keeps you weighted down. And I'm not talking about, rocks or stones that are put in your pocket when you were dumped in a lake. Usually it's a lake, not a river. People who are weighted down are usually tossed over boats. I don't want you to think of that. I just want you to breathe out all the things that are weighting you down, like your rent, your inability to be intimate, your incredibly misguided belief that somehow this country is a meritocracy and that you will get your just due soon. No, all the things that weigh you down, the horrificness, breathe it out. And then, with your next in-breath, I want you to see God, and then I want you to commit yourself to a mental institution.
That was Guided Meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed this crazy version of Apocalypse Soon. I'm here as I said in the intro, I'm here recovering in Woodstock, and it's been fun to just kind of riff on whatever comes into my head, and I hope you enjoyed it. Would love your feedback, and Mr. Kevin Tinkin is going to weave these sketches into a beautiful tapestry of insanity, and please leave us a review on iTunes and all that stuff. Become a Patreon member. Bread and circuses are the levels, $5 or $20 a month. We definitely would love more money. Just support the podcast, and that's about it. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.